E&Y organized the 15th Entrepreneur of the Year Awards 2013, celebrating entrepreneurs who have given their company and the country their best and become India's most innovative game changers. An entrepreneurs workshop led by John Bryan, founder, chairman and CEO of Sea Change Media, preceded the award ceremony. CNBC TV 18's Shireen Bhan, in a conversation with John Bryan, discussed lessons to be learned from global entrepreneurial game changers and the key to innovation.
You know, I want to talk about the WhatsApp story because that in a sense defines the spirit of entrepreneurship. Here's a company that was started in 2009. They've only got venture capital funding to the tune of about $8 million. So Sequoia is laughing all the way to the bank today. They've got 450 million active subscribers. They're adding 1 million subscribers every single month. I mean, what a phenomenal story. 33 engineers, a total employee strength of 50. So clearly, it's not big bucks that you need to actually set up a profitable, sustainable company.
Yeah, it's true. The barriers to entry today, I think, particularly in technology and on the internet, are exceptionally low. And so you really don't need a whole lot of capital to begin with, or a whole lot of people to make a big difference. And this is a good example. Now, you know, there's the inevitable problems of, well, where's the profit?
Yeah.
You know, and this is true of Twitter, and this is true of a lot of Silicon Valley companies.
What's different with WhatsApp is at least they have a subscription model now.
That's true.
Yeah.
So at least you see a road to profitability. With Twitter, actually, you know, despite all that they say, you don't necessarily see a true road to profitability because there's a lot of competition in the advertising space, and there's no guarantee that advertising could work on Twitter, really, because it hasn't been proven yet. But this leads people to the inevitable conclusion that there is a bubble, again, in Silicon Valley.
What do you think?
I don't think so. I don't think it's gone wild enough.
You know, I want to continue on the conversation and the insights that you got from Mark Zuckerberg. And I think some of that is important for this audience as well. And I want to talk about this entire debate on whether founders should continue to run companies or not. Should they continue as CEOs? When is it good? When is it a good time for founders to actually walk away from companies? We've actually had a recent example of one of the other entrepreneurs that you've got in your book as one of the world-changing entrepreneurs, Mr. N.R. Narayanamurthy, coming back to a business that he actually founded.
Exactly.
And Mark says, I think... And he gave you some data about how public companies that were run by founders actually outperformed companies where the founders left.
Yes.
Where do you stand on this debate?
Mark has actually done this the right way, I think. He realized what his role in the company should be is the visionary, the technology visionary. And yet, he really needed expertise in operations. So he went out and he hired Sheryl Sandberg.
Yeah.
And I think she's done a very good job at that company in just getting stuff done. Because ultimately, you know, it is all about execution, and a lot of times you do need a professional manager or managers to execute. I think the problem that occurs is founders are often tossed aside, thrown out of the companies, in part because either they won't accept professional management even under them, as Mark has, or what happens is the company does outgrow their ability to manage. But I think in general, it's much more preferable if a founder can actually grow with the company to stay with the company.
You know, we've got Yusuf Hamid here of Cipla, a company that he founded, a company now that he's left to professional managers. Mr. Hamid, if I could get a microphone across to you, weigh in on this debate on when is it a good time for founders to walk away? How do you balance the founder's vision with professional management, and what have been the challenges for you along the way as you've built Cipla?
Now got a team of professional management, and at the time that when you employ people, like I've done in the last couple of years, I think it's very important for the founder to educate the new team into the philosophy of the company. And I have tried to instill in the senior management the legacy of Cipla, that this is the legacy, this is what you are inheriting. And I would very much like you to stick to the heritage of the company that has gone on for 77 years. And above all, in the pharma business, because I'm in healthcare, I've instilled on the senior managers one or two concepts that I feel are very important.
A lot of people in this room are grappling with this business of diversification and going the conglomerate way, and whether the conglomerate way actually works, and what are the challenges of going the conglomerate way, or should you actually specialize and stick to the knitting and focus on your core competency. There isn't enough emphasis that businesses actually put on creating a new market, on creating a new category. Isn't that right?
No, most conglomerates don't work. I know that conglomerates in India in particular are a very important part of the economy. I think that what you will find is as the market opens up and there's more competition and less government restriction, it's going to be harder to run these conglomerates successfully because very nimble, very innovative entrepreneurs will start chipping away at pieces of the conglomerate and make it less effective.
Ajay, let me throw this to you. He's one of the young entrepreneurs that I've had the opportunity to interview over several years now, going back almost a decade or a little more than that. You started PVR from virtually nothing. Today it is the largest multiplex chain in this country. Yeah. What are the challenges that you face today as an entrepreneur?
I mean, something that you just touched upon earlier about this, are you building a company which is too entwined, with your own hands-on style, or is it something that should outlive you and outlast you? And I think that's exceedingly important. These examples that John gave of these companies where Howard Schultz and everybody had to come back, I think it's important to, right from the beginning only, have an internal team that can outlast you. And the image of the company and yours should not get too entwined together.
Each year, we have a theme that best describes how entrepreneurs in India are using their exceptional vision and abilities to innovate and invent. Our theme for this year's awards is Innovative Game Changers, a tribute to the entrepreneurial leaders and visionaries who inspire change and propel growth. To begin today's program, I'd like to call on stage an individual who has been at the helm of EY in India for a decade. He's been greatly instrumental in making the EY Entrepreneur of the Year Awards the leading business award program in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the country managing partner of EY India, Mr. Rajiv Memani.
We are honored to have you here as we celebrate the landmark 15th year of the Entrepreneur of the Year Award, or the E&Y Awards as it's popularly called in India. Ladies and gentlemen, when we started this program, there were about 15 companies in India who had a market capitalization of more than $1 billion. When I looked at it a few days back, the number was more than 160. Whilst growth in market cap is not the only way to measure success, but having watched these companies closely for several years, this growth has been led by entrepreneurs who have focused very intensely on their niche and have been passionate about being competitive, not only in India, but with their global peers. In the recent past, the global as well, indeed it has been the steadfast focus on competitiveness, on creating a niche, on managing risks, and most importantly, constantly innovating that has helped entrepreneurial companies in India to succeed despite strong headwinds. Thank you very much.
Innovative Game Changers is the rallying cry for this landmark 15th EY Entrepreneur of the Year Awards. To honor these exceptional individuals, I'd like to invite back on stage Mr. Rajiv Memani and jury member Mr. Sesha Sai. So now it's time to announce the category winners of the EY Entrepreneur of the Year for the year 2013. I'd like to call on stage Mr. Memani, along with the jury member, Mr. Sesha Sai and Mr. Sandeep Naik, to felicitate our esteemed winners. Our first category is Startup. And to announce the winner of the Startup category, I call on Mr. Naik to read the citation and announce the winner. Who will it be, the winner of the Startup category?
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Rizwan Koita at City Estate.
Our next category is Services. The Services category recognizes leaders of exceptional companies that are rewriting the way they interact with customers to the real delight of customers.
The winner of the Services category is Mr. Mani VVS1.
As Charles Darwin said, it's not the strongest that survive, or even the most intelligent. It is those who have the ability to adapt to change. And that's a motif for life and for business. And particularly when we talk about our next category, which is manufacturing.
The winner of the manufacturing category and of the world's largest agri-chemical business, ladies and gentlemen, is Raju Devidas Shroff of UPL.
And that takes us to the next category, Manager.
The winners of the Manager Entrepreneur of the Year Award, ladies and gentlemen, are CP Gurnani and Vinit Nair from Tech Mahindra.
Moving right along, our next category is Energy, Real Estate and Infrastructure.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Ravi Menon from Shobha Development.
Our next category is Life Sciences and Healthcare.
The Life Sciences Entrepreneur of the Year is Amit Bakshi at Harris Life Sciences.
Our next category is consumer products.
Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Kiamat Rai Gupta from Haiti.
I request Mr. Seshasai to come up and help us with the next round of awards. The next category, business transformation.
With his legendary style quotient and classic eye for detail, he has also used technology effectively to change the way the product offering is being made available, going ahead of global standards as well. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner is Ajay Bijli of PVR.
The Lifetime Achievement Award is for a towering personality, for a business leader who has not only created a phenomenal organization with consistently great performance over decades and more, but equally has contributed in great measure to the development of an industry as well as the country's economic landscape. A man who is deeply respected by one and all for his achievements in his chosen field. Mr. Seshasai, please announce the winner of the E&Y Lifetime Achievement Award for the year 2013.
He's a brilliant scientist with a passion for chemistry, an astute business leader with a vision to provide affordable healthcare. In his career of over 50 years, this individual has shaped not only the destiny of the company he inherited, but the course of an entire industry. He has delivered Cipla's Caring for Life credo through his contributions to the cause of bringing cost-effective anti-AIDS and anti-cancer medications to the developing world. Dr. Yusuf Hamid has also been honored with the illustrious Padma Bhushan Award. Please put your hands together for this inspirational leader.
You know, I remember talking to Dr. Hamid, and he was marketing anti-AIDS drugs in Africa for $1 a day, when the American pharmaceutical companies were charging $10,000 a year for the same product. And he said to me, you know, Kabir, I still make money.
It is a privilege and unique honor for me to be here to receive this award. It is a testament of the ideals that I have fought for and fiercely defended over the years, in spite of many odds, but at all times keeping in mind what was best for India. The award is not only an acknowledgement to me, but also to the dedication, hard work and effort put in by my fellow colleagues in Cipla and also in the indigenous pharma industry, both past and present.
Now for our final award of the evening, the coveted E&Y Entrepreneur of the Year Award for the year 2013.
This award recognizes and celebrates a master entrepreneur who has made an indelible impression on the entrepreneurial landscape of the country. Someone who will represent India on the world stage and join the Hall of Fame of a celebrated group of high achievers drawn from across the continents. He has managed to create lasting value for his shareholders and employees alike in a short span of time. The jury was unanimous in the selection of Uday Kotak for this single honor.
I sincerely thank the jury and the Ernst & Young team to award this prestigious honor to me. Awards are times when you sit back and reflect about what are the key principles which guide a philosophy of a company or in some cases even a country. And I'm really happy to say that what started as an individual enterprise 28 years ago is now an institution with 25,000 of us. And it's indeed a great honor for each and every one of us, 25,000 people, to get this award today.
So could you stay on stage, Mr. Rani, Mr. Seshasai, please stay on stage while I invite all the winners, all the finalists, to please come on stage so we can all see you together at this historic moment. All winners, all finalists, please come on stage. And we shall raise champagne glasses to toast you, to toast your achievements, to salute what you've achieved and won, and what you represent for India and for all of us.